All right. Mic check. Mic check. We are back in action. Hope everyone had a fabulous weekend. Let's see if today actually gives something clean. It's a Monday, so you know how that goes. We are chilling. No heavy expectations today. Super chill vibes as always. But extremely grateful to be back in action. Let's see what we can catch today, man. President Trump rings the opening bell. So Trump is actually talking live right now. But yeah, so let's break down these levels. I have a few key levels that I'm watching here. You'll notice that price looks like it wants to hold these bullish areas. We have this down closed candle here from Thursday. We have this down closed candle here from last night Asia session, right? You see this nice bearish candle, price fails to continue, nice strong rally off of it. And then you get this bearish candle right on top of it, fails to go lower, nice rally off of it. And as you can see, 945 currently tapping into this area and still holding that price. So I'm anticipating higher. Question is, does it go higher now or does it wait until 10 a.m. in order to flip, right? So that is the question. We have some red folder news at 10 a.m., but it looks like this is giving you a nice accumulation pattern here. We swept underneath it. Looks like price may want to continue higher, but you guys know me by now. 10 a.m. is my friend. I like to wait for my friend to give me the heads up before I get into a trade here. So that's what I'll do. I have some levels up above that catch my attention. These gray areas here. So we had this bearish order block here. We tapped into it once, twice. Break structure there, but if you notice, there's no broken structure for the most part over here. So that kind of tells me, all right, price could be putting in this lower high right here, this swing low, and we should be targeting this high here and potentially this high here from Thursday. Depending on how price responds at this high, right? If price breaks this high, nice strong close through, we should target the next high. Price fails to break this short-term high here, then it could reverse lower. So got to be patient, see what happens at these levels, and go from there. I can clean that up there. Boom, boom, boom. But you'll notice the massive discrepancy here. So we got the SMT off of this high. You got a nice break of structure lower on ES and NASDAQ. So this level right here could hold. Here, let me actually do this here. Yeah, so this upper half here could hold. SMT, break of structure. typically it should give you some sort of sell off here. You know what I mean? Like we should this nice break of structure here. We should tap into this area and at least sweep one of these lows, I would assume. We'll see though. No reason to speculate on the Monday. Give 10 a.m. a chance to open here and see what happens. We'll go from there. Got about 15 minutes here. Those are my levels. I'm gonna take the time here to get something to drink, grab a snack. Mm. All right, cool. So yeah, I like this shift lower. It's similar to this one here where you got this. If I zoom in over here, it's very similar to this bearish move. You got a nice SMT off of this high, nice break of structure. Price pushes back into this range here, back into the gap there, back into this change in the state here. And you see that continuation at least to take out those lows. Once that low is taken, you start to see the absorption of the sellers and then we start to climb. So I would anticipate with this nice divergence here, break of structure, tap back into it. Maybe we actually take out this low here. We'll see. We'll see. We shall see, my friends. All right, let's go. 10 o'clock is here, and I still don't see much going on though. You guys see anything? What is the deal here? I don't see anything going on right now. Once again, low expectation Monday. Vibes and patience are the name of the game here. So let's go down to the 30-minute. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, we're chilling, guys. We're chilling. We are chilling. I'm looking around YouTube. I don't see anyone else trading this as well. So good job on their part as well. We're all chilling. One big trading community. But yeah, I like how this level up here is holding up. Like I said earlier, we could see this zone send price lower to take these lows first. It all depends on how price responds after 10 a.m. All right, and we're starting to see some action here. So I'm gonna mark off this 10 a.m. level. And remember on Thursday when I was telling you guys about why I don't really like to pay attention to what happened prior to 10 a.m. because it could easily be a trap. Here's a perfect example, right? Thursday before 10 a.m. What was price? Price was 100% bullish, and everyone thought it was going to hit this green level, this previous weekly high. And what I say? I said, bro, after 10 a.m., all of this to your left can get completely invalidated. So that's why you really, if you're trading the power of three, you want to wait for 10 a.m. to give you the answers. Sure enough, look what happens after 10 a.m. No bullish price action whatsoever, right? If you thought this was going to hold, you're sadly mistaken, right? So here's another example. All this bullishness before 10 a.m. means nothing to me. I want to see how price responds once 10 a.m. opens. That'll give you a much cleaner idea. And here you have it, right? 10 a.m.'s opening lower here. So let's see if we get that power of three lower, open low, high close, or is it going to open low and then continue lower? We'll find out. We shall find out. Good patience so far if you haven't taken any trades. You will not get rich on Mondays. That's what I always like to say. A lot of people can't wait to trade after the weekend, but Mondays will not make you rich. So practice patience. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. Do, 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 do. As you can see, this is really nonchalant price action. So what happens at this high, right? You see Nasdaq creeping up on this previous high here. It's 930 high. What happens here? Does it give you that reversal potentially? Let's see. Let's see. Let's find out. This is pretty choppy though.
Bruh.
This is pretty choppy. All right, there goes that sweep. This looks like it wants to pump, guys. This looks like it wants to pump, pump, pump. And the catch is this SMT off the low here. Yeah. It's tough because Nasdaq's taking this high here, but which one was stronger? It looks like Nasdaq is weaker, but Nasdaq's taking that high, so that's a sketch type of play there. But naturally, like if I'm not afraid to buy here, if I'm really bullish, if it's not a Monday type of deal, I'm buying this on the ES here, and I'm anticipating this high right here to be taken. All right, and then go break even at that high because you see the divergence off of the low, right? You see this All right, you see this 930 push fail to take this low. Nasdaq takes the low, closes, and then you see price give that continuation after giving you that. Like, this isn't a terrible buy here. It's just strange how Nasdaq takes the high first. That's the only thing that's like, I don't like that. But this is a valid setup here. I'm waiting for 10 a.m. to give us something clean, but 930 did give you a nice SMT lower. 10 a.m. opens, retest this down close candle right here, SMTs, and then there goes your push towards the highs. Yeah, that wasn't terrible. That wasn't terrible. That wasn't terrible. Let's see if we get some type of reversal off of this sweep of the highs. That would be pretty clean, but I'm not seeing it just yet. Nothing that I would trade right now. This would be the only thing I would consider, but like I said, you would have needed to buy it like down here, so that way you can cover this low and then go break even at those highs just in case it reverses. But that's your TP right there. That's pretty much the trade. And like I said, I'm not gonna put money on it just because Nasdaq shouldn't be taking this high first. That's the strange part about it. Why is the weaker asset making new highs first? It's a bit sketch. All right, so what else happened here? 10 a.m. opens lower, taps into this order block. You get a nice flip here. Let's just take this off. I'm not taking that. Got a nice flip here. Let's watch this order block here. This last attempt to go lower on the 10 a.m. candle. Beautiful, beautiful pivot there. See if price can retest that and hold it. If so, then I'll probably try this. Where are my glasses? Yo, let me get my glasses. Yeah, that's your. This is gonna be your trade. Yeah, you can see it. It's not going lower until we take this high. I'm looking at this 930 move here. We push lower. Yeah, this is tough. Was there SMT at the highs? 930. No, not really. Yeah, there's not one SMT off of that 930 high. SMT off the low. And then, yeah, this is your pivot right here. This 930, 9 a.m. candle. You see it clear as day now. Now that price shows that energy. Sweeps. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad volume there. I'm looking for a better trade for 10 a.m. now. Let's see if we can get that retest, man. All right, showing some rejection off of that high up here. We got a nice sweep. Let's see if the sell pressure can pick up here for a short. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Man, this looks like it's just gonna be a very, very slow day, guys. So unless we see some speed here pick up by 11 o'clock, I'm just gonna walk away from this. This isn't worth trading so far. as you can see, right, the buys pretty much gave you a quick opportunity to take it off of this 10 a.m. flip here, but no break and retest that interests me so far. So I'm waiting to see if we come crashing back to this level or what, you know? So as you can see, right, the slow grind higher is not really offering much of a pullback, but at least it gave you a clean that 5 minute entry like I called out earlier was probably the best you're gonna get here. Um, right. So now when I look around and I say, all right, what did price leave behind here? We have a new 30-minute candle opening. We don't see much, right? Besides this order block here that we have highlighted, which was the 10 a.m. OB. I'll mark the wick off as well. See if price can retest it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be on here long today, guys. This is just not it's not worth sitting around for. You see it moving pretty slow here. Moving pretty slow here, man. Moving pretty slow. Which is okay, right? It's a Monday. You don't want to get on here expecting to make a lot of money today. Just get your brain warmed up, get your mind ready for the week. If you ask me, like I said, there was only one trade that was maybe doable, and it was this push here after 10 a.m. We saw 10 a.m. fail to go lower, respect these wicks as well, respect the lower time frame order blocks, and then start to climb. And as I mentioned, we tapped into these great order blocks here from the higher time frame, which I had already drawn up higher from here or higher from here, right? So the setup was there. Only strange part about it was NASDAQ took the lead, which was enough to make me a little more hesitant, looking for a little more manipulation before trading. All right, so now when I look at this higher time frame and I say, all right, we do get a little bit of manipulation down at these lows. You see the SMT here, 930. NASDAQ sweeps these lows out. A nice 30-minute engulfing push higher tells me that this high right here should be the draw, which is pretty far away. All right, so if price gives you a clean break and retest here, it's not that bad of an idea. I just want to get a clean retest before trying this. And then keep in mind, if you do get into a trade today, you may have to just walk away because it could take forever. But we're chilling, man. Good read on price. As always, just be smart on Mondays, you know? It's not that serious. That's your 2-minute. Boom. So let's see. Should pull back, you know what I mean? Like, they should pull back. Any 15-minute gaps, 10-minute gaps, 5-minute. All right, you see no strong displacements to make you think price is just gonna keep going straight up. A pullback will be very efficient here. So you guys can see this is not going to be worth trading. Um, Even if you are bullish, you're not sitting on much gains here. And if you think that, maybe you should buy it right now, that's just not a good idea with all of these lows down here. All right, so I'll give this until like 11 or so to see if it wants to give you some sort of retest of this area. If not, I'm going to wrap it up early today. Today is just a typical Monday, right? You don't want to put too much weight on this type of price action. But I still think this should be the draw, right? As long as price continues to hold those retest areas, I think price will end up drawing towards that high. If those areas start to fail, then naturally I am starting to look at this low instead. All right, if we start to fall back underneath this 10 a.m. price, fall back underneath 930, I would anticipate price to go a lot lower. But clearly, right, price is drawn towards this high right now. So what do we get? We got 10 a.m. open lower, flip. You got this change in the state here that seems to be holding. All right, see this flip past those down close candles. Seems to be holding up right now. Lots of relative equal lows left here on the NASDAQ. So naturally, with this imbalance down below, I'm thinking just wait for a dip and then rip. If it doesn't want to dip, then so be it, right? Leave it alone. Excuse me. But yeah, I'll watch this second macro, that 1050 to like 1115 or so. See what that looks like. And then I'll wrap it up. This is very, very, very slow action today. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. All right, yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. This is, like I said before, it's not worth trading. It's not going anywhere. So you guys be smart today. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys next time. All right. Peace.